Mm-mm. Good morning, good morning. October 24th. Overreaction Monday, the Man to Man Pod, one half. AB, Antoine Bethea. D-Butt, man, he's going to be jumping in shortly. Um, my man's on the road, so he's getting himself together. But hopefully y'all having a good start to y'all week, man. Another exciting show ahead of us, man. Talk some Sunday football, some surprises. Some teams that we should be looking at. One our Colts, man. What are we gonna do? What's a recipe for success over there in Indianapolis, man? We gonna talk about Carolina's big win. Steve Wilkes got them coming out, and they got a huge win yesterday. We're just gonna talk ball all over the league, man. Some exciting stuff. Again, around this time, you're starting to see what teams are serious. Hey, the New York Giants, led by Danny Dimes, man, still finding ways to win. Still finding ways to win. So I like that out there in NY in the Big Apple. I know D-Butt had an exciting weekend as far as F1, so he's going to tap in and talk about that as well. I'll talk about Howard Homecoming, man. It was a strong showing for the Bison, man. Our fellas got a win on Saturday. And then obviously, man, the festivities was on 1,000, man. So again, Overreaction Monday. We're gonna do some overreacting. Talk a little bit of basketball too, man. But again, man, tap in with us. Put your questions in the comment section. I'll catch y'all on the other side. What's good, man? Let's jump into it. We haven't seen y'all since Thursday. Well, yeah, since Thursday morning. We're gonna tap into this New Orleans Saints, Arizona Cardinals Thursday night matchup. Cardinals, man, 42-34 win over Nakiba's New Orleans Saints. Yeah, my fault. Spectrum got me. Spectrum got me. But yeah, back to it. Cardinals. 42-34. Again, I said, D Hop was able to get back into the mix, man. His first game back after serving that suspension, man. And yeah, Nakeem, man, it's not looking good for those New Orleans Saints. 2-5 in the division, man. Atlanta playing decent. Tampa Bay still don't know what type of team Tampa Bay is. And then Carolina, man, huge win. Saints dealing with a lot of injuries. They definitely got the injury bug floating in that locker room, but as always, no excuse, no explanation. But again, Cardinals able to get that dub. Like to see what they'll be able to do as the season progresses, man. What was y'all? I know y'all seen a little back and forth. Kyler Murray, Coach Cliff Kingsbury, Kyler telling Coach, man, you gotta calm down, man. You gotta calm down, be relaxed, stay poised. But I'm liking to see that out of Kyler Murray being that leader in that huddle on that sideline. So young man, he's playing well. I know we gave him a lot of heat signing his contract. Obviously, you're talking about the film study and how much film he does study. But I do like seeing the leader step up. And again, we all in this together as far as coaches and players. So you're gonna see that. So I definitely like that from Kyler Murray. Yeah, John Jay, I don't think it was a huge deal. I mean, obviously, media got to have their talking points. They got to find something to talk about. Pretty sure they dapped it up, hugged it up in the locker room. They have a long relationship, man. So again, good stuff by Kyler Murray, Cardinals. Next game, man. What we got? The Browns and the Ravens. Browns and the Ravens, another divisional matchup. Ravens was able to squeak this one out. As always, thought this was going to be a tough matchup. Baltimore coming in 3-3, 4-3, man. They was using Lamar in different situations, put him in the backfield, had Mark Andrews under the center, tall, sweet. Just finding different ways to win. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, where I know I had a coach where, obviously you have some trick plays up your sleeve, but if this is how, you got to get this offense going, man. I think this is something that you might want to pay attention to as the season progresses, I don't think, obviously Lamar's a special talent. He could do a lot of things. He can create when the ball is in his hands, but got to see what this offense is going to do. I know they've been struggling the past couple of games. Lamar's been struggling the past couple of games, so maybe this is a situation where, hey, let's get him in the flow. Let's get him comfortable in that backfield. But another huge win for the Baltimore Ravens. However we can get it done, let's get it done. 23-20. I think they're right now tied in the division with the Cincinnati Bengals. My God, deep butt.
Yo,
Look at my guy.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Service straight. Tell you one thing, but I had a hell of a time in Austin, but the phone service, the Wi-Fi service, absolutely horrible. Spectrum everywhere.
Yeah, spectrum everywhere. Man, how was your weekend, bro?
Man, outstanding, incredible. The F1 experience out here in Austin was second to none. I think second to none. Ty pulled up too. So he experienced for the first time. I've been trying to get him into it, like I've been trying to get you into it, but he enjoyed it. I didn't really have. I brought my iPad. I had my Sunday ticket. Had my Wi-Fi. None of it worked. So I didn't watch a lick of football yesterday until Sunday night football. But it was dope, man. What about you? What about homecoming?
Man, homecoming is undefeated, my guy. I said the text in the chat this morning, man, say I'm hurting right now. 4 days from Thursday to Sunday. Got it in, man. But again, man, it was a good time, man. With COVID, man, and the pandemic, wasn't able to have homecoming, wasn't, a lot of the alum wasn't able to get back on campus, so this was the first year, man, and the how the first year in like 3 years.
Okay. Huh? I thought y'all did it last year too.
We did, but it wasn't it wasn't like the real thing though. You know what I mean? Since the pandemic was still going on, it wasn't the same. So this year, man, we definitely made up for it.
Yeah,
man. But like you said, man, you ain't watching liquor football. I watched a little bit. I watched last night's game. So I was able to catch up on a little bit, man. We were just talking about the Browns and the Ravens. 23-20 Ravens were able to squeak that one out. And then this was I think might have been the surprise of the day. The Panthers, man. Panthers beating up on Tampa Bay. Panthers 2-5. Steve Wilkes still in the position as interim head coach, man. We'll see if he can get these guys to rally. You know, they just had one of their best players, Christian McCaffrey, got traded back to the not back, but to the 49ers. And we just don't know what's going to happen there. I know I said one time last week that they might just go ahead and blow this thing up. You know, but with the Panthers saying, hey, DJ Moore, you can't touch him. Brian Byrne, you can't touch him. So maybe not. Maybe not, but we'll definitely see. Huge win for the Panthers, though.
Yeah, so like I said, I wasn't watching yesterday, but I was getting, somehow my Apple Watch kept getting my Twitter reports, updates from everybody. And I kept seeing this score update. Okay, Panthers fighting. All right, Bucks gonna get it going at some point. Yeah, okay, Panthers still. Okay. And then I saw some team reportedly try to reach out and offer 2 first round picks for Brian Burns.
Yeah,
you ain't taking 2 first round picks for a player outside of a franchise quarterback. I mean, I don't see blowing it up and rebuilding. To your point, so obviously I moved on to C-Mac, which a lot of people didn't expect McCaffrey to be able to bring back everything that he did as far as those picks. So maybe they're doing this, accumulating all these picks and stuff to make the job better for another head coach coming in. But I saw the video of Steve Wilkes and the guys in the locker room, after the game. Obviously, you miss those moments as a player, but you can tell when guys are rocking with, the coach and guys are bought in and rocking with each other. PJ Walker spoke. I think Hubbard was talking. He said they had 173 yards rushing. Like, you got a backup quarterback and you got obviously 13-point underdogs. Like, you need defense in the run game, and they did that. So shout out to the Panthers for fighting, man. It's easy to fold and start pointing fingers at everybody and getting calls for the best players in the locker room. But it looked like it meant a lot for them to get this win, not only for themselves but for our coach Wilkes. So that was dope to see.
Nah, no doubt, man, no doubt. So again, this could rally the team, man. You know how it is, man. Get some confidence going out there. Everybody doubting you. And only the people in the building that's believing, man. So it might rally the Panthers. We'll see. But on the Tampa Bay, hey, that's what you say, huh? Tampa Bay, the Bucks, man. But what's up with the Bucks, man? You think it's downhill for them? We overreacting on Monday. Is it downhill for the Bucks?
We are overreacting. So, man, you know what? No, the reason why I'm so low is you look around the rest of the division. And it's still a team. If I had to go be a head coach, say, all right, which one of these teams you go coach, or who would you bet? If you're gonna do a sports book to win this division, I still bet on the Bucks. We thought the Saints would be better coming into this year.
Frauds.
I didn't have much, expectation for the Panthers or the Falcons. Really, Falcons are playing tough. Panthers obviously still fighting. But I think I'm not gonna throw the towel in the Bucks here. You still got Brady, who has not been looking like Brady at all. You still got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin for that. Like, they still way too talented. Todd Bowles is a very good coach. Ryan Leftwich. So I would still bet on the Bucks to figure it out and win this division for sure. Now, do they make a deep playoff run? Nah, I wouldn't make that bet. Not right now with what's going on. I like everybody. I like everything going on in the NFC East. I like obviously like that's really it. Honestly, in the NFC because the Packers they stinking it up. NFC North. You got the Vikings.
You say? Philly. You can say what you want to say about the Giants. They getting it done.
Yep.
Dallas,
Cowboys,
like you said,
Cowboys,
them three teams. That's it right there for real. And Minnesota, you said Minnesota. You said Minnesota. Yep.
Seattle. I mean, we don't really know. Everybody keep Geno. Damn, he's bowling. Like Geno Smith was a high pick. He was a high draft pick. He was a baller at West Virginia in college. So obviously he started off and struggled early on in the league, but they turned that page. From moving on from Russ, and they look good week in and week out, and they got some playmakers on the defensive side of the ball as well. So those teams look good right now. But the top dogs that we thought coming into this year, Tampa, Rams, Packers, they all look like they got some soul searching to do. But still talented players and talented coaches. So we still got time, I guess.
Yeah, they can still get it done. They still can get it done. My Bengals, 4-3, man. It looks like they trying to flip that switch, man. They're getting back into the groove of things, man. 35-17 over the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta 3-4. You're right there sitting with Tampa Bay. At the top of that division, man. Joe Burrow, getting it done. Tyler Boyd had a game yesterday, man. So again, like I said, I feel like at the start of the season, man, there was some question marks on that O-line. First 2 weeks, it didn't look good, but now it seems like they're getting back into the floor of things. They're looking good, playing better complementary football. Offense is getting going. So yeah, my Bengals, man, Joe Cool, man, out there leading the squad.
I saw Jamar Chase. I got an update. Jamar Chase limped off or something.
I seen that. I haven't heard anything more about it.
Okay.
But Google knows everything.
Yeah. If there's any updates in the chat, I can't see the chat. If anybody got any injury, there was a big injury day yesterday too, man.
You said what?
Unfortunately, I said it was a big injury day. Yesterday in the league, I know Brees Hall, Jet rookie running back who's been playing unbelievable this year. I think he got an ACL injury. Not sure what happened with Metcalf, but I saw he was carted off. He could have been. Who else had a big one? Mike Williams, Chargers. I think he had an ankle injury. A few other significant injuries too. So man, I hate to see that at any point in the year, but this is trying to figure it out and go on runs and shit and having big injuries, man.
So hopefully, man, hopefully it's not too serious. I know like Brees Hall, that don't sound good, but hopefully the Jamar Chase and the other fellas that was injured yesterday, man, hopefully they can bounce back. Hopefully it's not nothing serious. So
I gonna have to pick it up too. Gotta have to get more Michael Carter out there in New York.
Yeah, get the young boy some action. Lions, Cowboys 24-6, man. Lions 1-5, man. We had some hopes for the Detroit Lions, man, this year, man, coming into the season, man, on Hard Knocks. I think a lot of people just like what they saw of Hard Knocks and what, from the coach and just the players, man. And, we talked about a lot of the former players on the coaching staff and loving and seeing that the guys getting back into the game. But, man, it's not looking good for Detroit. Dallas, man, Dallas doing what Dallas been doing all year, playing some good ball. Damn, Detroit.
Like said, man, we had high hopes, man. High hopes. And think we were kind of going back and forth on what a successful season looked like for Detroit. This year I was saying 7-8 games. That's good, something to build on. The coaching staff keeping together, all this MCDC. You got the right guy, the foundation, all these different things. Obviously, they fight. They cover a lot. They cover a lot of spreads, but that shit don't mean nothing. In that building, it's about winning. Right now, you only got one in that win column heading into week 8 now. Heading into week 8. So
what year is this for Coach? What year is this for Coach? 2? It's the second year, third year.
I feel like 3. Because the second year of golf, second year with that new GM.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, because then again, it's the second.
It's the second?
Yeah, Zach said second.
Damn, that's a long year now.
Oh shit, it's gonna be a long one this year.
Yeah,
Overreaction. Do they make a change?
Got to, man. I mean, do they finish strong? If they once again you get around that 7-win mark, I think it'll be enough for them to give Dan Campbell another year. But they end this year 3-14 or some shit like, especially a year like this where it seems like everybody's kind of competing in the middle of the pack. There's a lot of parity across the league. So if it's a year like this and you still are clearly one of the bottom teams, shit, you're gonna pack it. At least make the division interesting. And you below the Bears right now. So
yeah.
I feel like if you forward, like I said, all that MCD, all this stuff, the rah stuff and everything he does with the team is great. I'm sure the guys like him, but it's about winning and losing. So you might get that done. Shit,
man.
Gotta move on to try something else.
It just be a tough battle for me, man, because again, we know it takes time. It takes time to to build that culture. It takes time to get everybody on the same page in the building. You know what I'm saying? And if you just continue to have that turnover for the coach, I mean, you gotta go through the bad seasons. And as a fan, as a Detroit fan, it's like, we've had enough of those. You know what I mean? But as a coach, I just feel like you gotta give a coach some time, man. And I don't know how much time that is. You know what I mean? Is it 2 years? Is it 3 years? Because again,
I think it should be more than 2 years, unless it's just you're not seeing any progress. You're not seeing anything. Players this to that. Then you can make a. I'm rarely am I a fan of firing a coach after like 1 or 2. You give a coach 3 years, let him get a quarterback, let him get a couple of drafts under, a couple off seasons. Especially Detroit, because that ain't, AB, you wanted to your 8th year, 9th year, something free agency, you trying to get to the last goal to go win a championship. You ain't going to Detroit
at all.
You know what I mean?
I'm not even.
To go get their first bag, but you ain't signed up to go to Detroit. So, man, like you said, man, you had to keep that turnstile at the coaching position. It's gonna be tough to build a culture.
Yeah,
man, come on, Lions, you got to show us something.
Yeah, something. Damn, Detroit. Giants and Jags, man. I don't know if anybody expected for us to be saying this going into week 8 that the New York Giants are 6-1. My Jags that I said they were going to do good this year. They started off hot.
Started off good.
Cool. They cooling down right now, but talking about the Giants, man. Talk about Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, man. That defense, they're playing good, solid football. I won't say it's the prettiest, but when it's time to make plays, they make plays, man. Jacksonville, man, they was playing tough defense at the beginning of the game. They held Saquon. That was limited his yards early in the game. He was able to start to get off later on in the game, man. But I mean, I can say I'm surprised that the Giants are 6-1.
Yeah, I think everybody outside that building, outside that building, say that. But this is kind of what we're talking about with Detroit stuff. Like they obviously got their guy, the right guy, Brian Daboll, and that's what owners and GMs are looking for when they do these hires. That's why you fire a coach. It's to hire a guy like Brian Daboll who's gonna come in and have you sit in a position nobody expects you to be in. Salah out there in New York with the Jets, with a second-year quarterback who missed preseason and came back off injury and they had 4-2, I believe. So it can be done. It don't always take that many years. You look at this Giant team, everybody, hey, move on from Saquon is they didn't pick up Danny Jones fifth year option, right? So they didn't
No, he
pick up the
didn't.
quarterback's fifth year option. Galladay was a bust in free agency, gave him $70 million, like all these reasons, all these excuses why they shouldn't be good, and they sitting at 6-1 in the most competitive division in the league right now. So there ain't no excuses, no explanations when it comes to the league that we play in and cover. So hats off to them, man. But that's really one of those teams who, they looked around that meet room and that locker room before the season and like, hey, we can go, we can do something here. Everybody outside that building, like, all right, sure, you Giants, guys. And they 6-1 right now. And on the flip side, the Jags, the fine line between winning and losing.
Real, yeah.
Yeah, they look really good. Bringing over Doug Peterson. Everybody knew Urban Meyer was the guy pretty early on. Over new coach. Trevor Lawrence looked better. Defense looked better. But now somehow, some way, found a way to Jaguar yourself into a 2-5 record. So they got to figure it out and start winning some games too. But Peterson has some time, especially that quarterback. They're a talented roster, but hats off to the Giants, man. The New York Football Giants. I love what they do. I love how they doing it too. You see a lot of wide open scores and this and that. They playing old school. Dave Jones looking good too. He looking solid.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
had faith in him coming into the year.
nah, for sure, man. My last year, it was his rookie year, man. And just, as you in training camp and you going up against, I'm like, look, man, this young fella got some stuff. Like he can make all the throws.
Mm-hmm.
Ball placement was good, and cerebral. You know what I mean? He was smart. He's a smart guy. So I'm just happy. Don't scare the viewers. Don't scare the folks. But Danny Dimes, man, if you front office, you start talking to his agent. You start giving agent some calls.
Hey, man. Yeah. And the thing about it is, you look around the league, you always ask, what's the alternative of that quarterback position? Because people always want to move on to quarterback or draft a new one or do like what. So this is still a young guy. So fourth year, we know athletically he always can escape and make something happen with his legs. And to all those other points you made, being cerebral, having accuracy, and he's been good on third down this year, which their team it starts with Saquon, in that run game. But if they can stay ahead on sticks, stay in third and manageable, and then Danny Jones who's been able to make those plays, and this is without a great receiver room too. So if they can figure out that position, man, you start talking to Jones, agent, and Saquon, agent. You know what I mean? So keep you guys in the building, build around them.
Keep them together. Yeah.
Yep. Thibodeau, they look like they got a good one there with the top 5 pick. They've invested in the offensive line. Leonard Williams on the defense. So you got players. Wink Martindale got that defense balling. So
Yeah.
I like what they're doing, man. I think they've I would try to keep them in there, and I don't think you're gonna reset the market signing Daniel Jones now. Danny Jones should want to get obviously the best deal he can, especially after they decline his 50 option. So it's gonna be interesting, man. But they keep rolling. And this is a team that a lot of people probably look at and be like, all right, at some point they're gonna come down to earth. So they 6-1 right now. They're probably in the season 9-8, 8-9, something like that. And would I be surprised, shocked if that happened? No. But once again, they looking around, they
Man, I
watching. They
would.
feel like
I would. 6-1.
you say you
You
would.
finish, man. You 6-1 right now, going to week 8, and you finish the season 8-9. I'll be sick as a dog.
Yeah, you know how the league is, man.
I do,
And
but
their
man, I would
division
be
too. They
sick.
got good Philly. They got Philly. They got Dallas. They got to play. What else? And they all these games. It's been a lot of
Could go,
close.
it could go either
Could go,
way.
you know what I mean? But hey, I'm rooting for the Giants, man. The league
Nah, I'm
better when the
definitely.
Giants are good.
Nah, I'm definitely rooting for the Giants, man. This one, man. This one, man. Our Colts,
I'm watching.
losing by
I'm quite
9.
glad.
I didn't see a lot of this game. I was able to bits and pieces, but caught an L to the Tennessee Titans, man. 19-10. We're sitting at 3-1. Titans at 4-2. A lot of talk on, get Matt Ryan out of there. Again, I can't really give a great assessment because I didn't watch the game yesterday, but just reading different stuff, a lot of fans are feeling some type of way. Where do we need to improve? Because we've been really up and down this year as a team.
Been a roller coaster.
It hasn't been consistent. Even the wins been ugly wins. You know what I mean? Where do we go from here, man? Zach,
This is kind of a
y'all peep that? Man, deep butt out there.
nah, man.
Ah,
So glad to have you, man. But you can't throw in the time with Matt right now, man. He came off last week, 42 completions, had the young wide receiver room looking great. No Jonathan Taylor, no Naheem Hines. They found a way to get a win. They go out there and 10 points against the Titans. And this was a big game. This is a game where it's like, obviously it's kind of still somewhat early in the season, but you take a hold of the division. And after this ugly start that we had an opportunity to go to 2-1. And this is actually the only matchup of the weekend where both teams were coming in with a winning record, which is crazy. The Titans and the Colts, man. But to your point, I didn't get a chance to watch this one either. Once again, was getting the alert. Oh man, I'm gonna throw another pick. And what the hell is looking at it? Why did we stop going away from Jonathan Taylor? Then at the third, Titans only put up 19 points. So I'm gonna assume the defense played well. But man, it's another situation. The dog been doing quarterback. It's been similar things going on as far as this team. So I obviously got to look at the head coach and what Frank Wright is doing or not doing. So
yeah.
I saw a video of Ursay after that was, I guess, circulating on Twitter, leaving the stadium, and he looked pretty upset. And, fans, the Indy fans, man, y'all spoiled him. Y'all
Hey,
spoiled him. Winning
yeah.
12, 13 games every year, going to playoffs, winning the division. Like, that was when I got in in 2012, I know it was coming off the ugly year when Tate was hurt, but that was the expectation in that city, in that fan base, as it should be. So it's gonna be a lot of noise in there until they start winning consistently and look like how coach football should look.
Yeah.
I'm
Man,
not really throwing the towel on that line yet, bro.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But then it's a lot, man. It's a lot. You can't just point the finger at Matt Ryan. I just think it's a lot over there. That we just gotta figure it out, man. Colts fans, man, y'all hang in there. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. And it's as crazy as it sounds, and we said it last week, how it doesn't look great. Still 3-1. Titans 4-2. So, we still got a shot. It's what, 10 games left?
Yeah.
We got 10.
That's an easy way to go to the playoffs. And Texans, Jags, they look like they're going, we got to figure it out, though.
Yeah.
He's beat Titans every bum ass Titans.
Ass Titans, man. Ass Titans. Before we get to the next one, man, next game, shout out FanDuel, official sponsor of the Man and Man podcast. As my man D Butt would say, the best. The best FanDuel Sportsbook. Appreciate it.
Yeah, sorry everybody who jumped on my F1 NFL Super Boost yesterday. I had Tyreek Hill going up to 70, Travis Kelce anytime TD, and Carlos Sainz, Ferrari driver, getting on the podium.
Shit was stank.
You watch the race. Carlos Sainz started one in the race, right?
What he finished?
The first turn, literally turn one after the start, he gets knocked out of the race. Mercedes driver George Russell kind of T-boned him really on the first turn and literally knocked him out of the race. Like I was sick. But I don't think the other legs hit either. But race still go. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. So who you were sitting with? What team you were sitting with?
McLaren. McLaren showed love. McLaren sent some shout out to McLaren. Shout out to Nicholas Brown out there. But he showed love with the Paddock Club passes, and that's what we watched the race from. And now you see the start, you see the finish, you see turn one. But it was dope. It was a dope overall experience. The race was good. It was close, throughout. I thought Lewis Hamilton was going to bring it home. He had the lead for back there at the end, but then, Max and Red Bull, they've been inevitable this year. It's 13 wins for Max this year, which ties the all-time record for most wins in a season. I think it's Michael Schumacher and Sebastian Vettel, I believe, who are both Ferrari drivers. But
how many races they got left?
3 races left. Mexico, Abu Dhabi is the last one, and then I can't remember the one.
That Abu Dhabi, I know that shit gonna be crazy.
That shit gonna be fire, man. But it was dope, man. It was entertaining. Obviously, the experience, down the race. 400,000 people out there, which was obviously crazy.
Yeah. Is F1 in the crowd? Is it a diverse fan base?
Black people?
I mean, just diverse, yeah. Well, you probably.
I say it's a diverse among the whites. You see a lot of different white people out there. Now, you know what? Maybe because we're in Texas, the Mexican contingency was definitely out there. And Red Bull, their second driver, Checo, is Mexican, so he got a pretty big fan base. I'm sure it's really big in Texas, but I would say it was diverse. But like I said, it's European. Obviously, I didn't see a lot of black people, but it was definitely see black people out there for sure.
Man, hell no, Molly Moore. It's the same stand. It's the same. The stand is whatever it is now. This shit was the same stand as 2 months ago. They might two or three might have switched. 2 or 3 might have switched, or 4 or 5. But for the most part, the top 5 been in top 5 all year.
I think so. But that Red Bull had a chokehold. So they actually tied them. They wrapped up the Constructors Championship yesterday. So that's the team, the team and all their points. They won that. They finished that yesterday. The Drivers' Championship was already won in the last race with Max Verstappen.
So was that Red Bull?
Red Bull, yeah, Red Bull, Max Verstappen. And honestly, they had the best car this year. Now they are under some investigation and stuff with the FIA. As far as because they spent too much money, and they probably won't get away with it, honestly, if they're not going to get penalized. So if you spend too much money, on your car, on certain things, you should get penalized for that. So they will, but I don't think it'll be significant enough for them to lose the championship. But they had the best car on the.
So what they cars they souped up? What they put some different type oil and shit in their cars?
Yeah. See, I don't know. I'm not expert enough yet to know exactly what they spending on and how. But I mean, you would assume if you spend more money and you got the best starting grid, that probably got something to do with it. But it was weird too. We were sitting right above like all the garages, so you can hear the cars actually coming out. And every car like sounds different. Like if you close your eyes, just hear the cars coming out. Like Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, Aston, like all of them kind of have a little different sound to it, which was interesting. But yeah, Red Bull they went over the skin and shit. We'll see. They still haven't come out with their official punishment yet. The FIA has it, but it'll be. I don't think they're gonna they cheated my guy Lewis last year out of his 8th world championship. But it was dope to see those battles in person. Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton and Max and all those guys going at it. It was that's really dope.
That boy Maul says, is that like going over the salary cap and having to pay a luxury tax?
Nah, because that's what I would compare it to. But you putting it like into a car. So that's me and you. We racing our cars, and you can spend 25 more grand or something. Like that's gonna make a difference, especially in sport where it's thousands of seconds, hundreds of seconds. So you can do. I'm not a car guy, but you can make it. And they're really strict about the amount that they can spend on these cars and these parts and upgrade. You see sometimes somebody upgrade their engine and they got to get a 10 grid penalty, so they can't start. They can qualify 1, but they got to start at 11. So I'm gonna try to figure out a little bit more of how they. I'm gonna call it cheating. Everybody else can't do it. You did it 81. Max been the best driver in the grid this year. So it is. You ain't cheating, ain't trying.
Yeah, that's whoa. Man, F1, man. My guy D-Buck. D-Buck's gonna be he's gonna be in the booth, man. Calling some F1 races here soon, man. The Washington Commanders, Green Bay Packers, man. Washington Commanders was able to get a huge win at home against the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay might not. Well, Green Bay might. I'm overreacting, man. Like it's not good. I definitely had Green Bay winning. They messed up my prize picks. I hit 4 out of 5. My 5th one I didn't hit. I had A.J. Dillon going over 44.5 yards.
Russian or receiver?
Russian.
Combined?
Russian.
Okay.
Like 15. So my thought process was Aaron Rodgers is saying that they need to simplify the offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 dogs in the backfield, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. This is the perfect way to simplify the offense.
Get it to your back.
Run the rock. They let me down. But, hey, I'm overreacting, man. Green Bay does not make the playoffs this year.
Whoa. No playoffs for defending back-to-back MVP. Matt LaFleur is head coach.
It might get ugly, man. They play the Bills next week.
They're like 10.5-point dogs too next week against the Bills.
10.5-point underdog.
Yep.
Again, this is the overreaction from AB. But you a lie.
What? I mean, nothing in
bet
the NFL makes sense right now, dog.
Bet it.
That I won't.
Bet it.
It's gonna be. I'll tell you the Bills won't cover.
You a lie.
I think they're missing Devontae Adams mightily out there in Green Bay. 17, but it's more than that. They just don't look in sync right now. The defense don't look as good as we all thought they would. And you some Commanders without they didn't even have Wentz. You had Heineke out there who
Heineke out there balling.
Some people may like Heineke more than
Heineke out there balling.
More than those calls, but not make the playoffs. Nah,
I'm
gonna be at least two
overreacting,
from the
man.
NFC East. Vikings look like they gonna go.
The Bucks gonna go because they gonna win their division. G.I. Joe just asked, does the Bucks have a better chance in the pack? I believe so. D-Butt just kind of talked about it early in the show. You know, the best way in is to win your division.
Mm-hmm.
So still feel as though the Bucks can win their division. So I do think they do have a better chance in the pack.
It's 5-1. Packers sitting at 3-4. That's crazy. So is this 3 losses in a row for the Packers?
Who did they have last week?
The Giants. Was the Giants, Jets? They lost to the Jets last week.
They lost to the Jets. They lost. Yeah, like, hey man, I'm wait, watch when they lose next week, and because I got the Bills winning, it's gonna be
Go
some
3-5.
3-5. It's gonna be some chirping, man. It's gonna be some chirping.
What are they gonna be talking about though? You ain't moving on from the coach, obviously. Damn, sure not moving on from the quarterback. What's they gonna talk about?
They gonna come out and say they had a.
Odell ain't going to Green
Bay. They ain't going to Green Bay. And honestly, I don't know. And Odell's a great talent.
Mm-hmm.
But coming in at this point of the season, like, do you think he could be that much of a factor? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know when he's gonna be fully healthy, but I think any team you got a guy like that, especially with a quarterback that can get him the ball. You saw what he did when he got the Rams last year. But I think so. Maybe he was smart too. I think smart.
Yeah, smart. So, but I just go off of just how if even though he's a vet, you know, he's talking about some of the young guys not being able to get some plays, you know, where Aaron Rodgers saying, hey, let's simplify. I'm just thinking middle of the season, how complicated is the offense? How long is it going to take them to get on the same page? So, of course, talent-wise, I know he has it, but just getting on that same page, you going into week 8. But to your point, when is he going to be healthy?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Why? I mean, they just, I don't know, man. They look good, especially on the offense side of the ball. A lot of quick passing games, nothing straight. I didn't watch this game yet, but not really stretching teams vertically. Nobody got to like double. You know, everyone always had that top dog in the offense, the Devontae, the Jordy Nelson, the Greg Jr., whoever that guy was at the time, and the other guys always ate too. So, we got a lot of good players on that team, good coaches too. So, sitting at 3-4, gonna be interesting to hear him talk tomorrow on Aaron Rodgers Tuesdays on Pat Show. That's gonna be an interesting conversation.
Cause he don't hold back.
He don't, he keeps the buck on there. So
we definitely see. But again, man, it's Overreaction Monday. We haven't been overreacting enough, man. Packers don't make the offs, man. Packers don't make the offs.
So hold on, you said it's so early. You said the Patriots. One of your overreactions early this season on the Patriots. They played tonight.
Yeah,
You said they wasn't gonna make the playoffs.
I was dead as wrong.
Because Bailey, I think this week before Mac Jones got hurt too. We got Bailey Zappi in there. The defense.
Nah, it was right when Mac Jones got hurt. That's why I said it.
Okay. You think have they announced who's gonna be starting for him tonight?
I haven't heard. Shit,
okay.
If they smart.
Somebody let us know in the chat if Bill B. What you mean if they smart? If they smart to do what?
Keep the young boy in there.
Keep Bo Bailey in there?
Why not?
It's your first round pick.
Man, what you say earlier in the show? What this league is about?
Man, it's about winning, right? Bailey jersey did just go into the Hall of Fame. I think he had back-to-back wins with over 100 passing rate or whatever that means. But it'd be
Yeah, man.
interesting to see what Bill B do, man.
Let the young boy rock, man. So we got a couple more minutes, man. Let's try to run through these games, man. The New York Jets, 16-9 over the Denver Broncos. Jets still keeping it rolling, man. Still playing good ball, man. 5-2 Broncos, man. They still trying to find a way. Defense is still playing good, holding that team. You hold a team under 17 points, you should have a chance of winning this league. That was always the number in most of the meet rooms at 17. No Russell Wilson. It's a long year out there in Mile High right now. It's ugly.
Think about their defense, bro. So to your point, what you just said, only team 17 points. I can't remember a team that scored more than 17 points against the Broncos this year, like all year. And they sitting at 2-5 right now. But every loss you see is like 16 something, 12 something. Like so if you that defense, you gotta be sick right now because you just heard the mindset that AB said, hey, we going and we only team 17 points. Our chance of winning should be pretty high in the league. And the Broncos doing that every week and sitting there 2-5. And this is the first game Russ can miss, but you know, Russ wasn't doing it better. He's supposed to play next week, but you sitting at 2-5 right now. You got a new head coach you just hired. You got a new quarterback that you just paid. No, this boy out over them.
Hey,
gotta be
hot.
On the flip side, Jets sitting at 5-2. But I think they, probably just lost their most explosive player, at least from this year, with Brees Hall, the rookie second round pick. He's been playing lights out. So it's gonna be more on Zach Wilson's plate. He's gonna have to do more. He's gonna have to he gotta take some steps. Watching him on TV, he gotta take some big steps. That receiver room, and like you said, Michael Carter and the other back is gonna be more on their plate too.
Yeah, man, but this is what you want, man. You want the opportunity, excuse me, step up, have your number called, and make it happen, man. So shout out to the New York Jets, man. New York Jets 5-2, Giants 6-1. Shit, man, life rocking right
Good
now.
football in New York right now. Bills 6-1.
Bills.
How many games they lost?
Yeah, boy, they 6-1. Got a question for you. I probably know the answer, but what would you tell Russell if you were a captain on the defense?
Score some first points. Do your job. But everybody got a tough job out there. It's a National Football League. I'm sure Russ is he working, practicing, even all the things him and the offensive staff and those players over there trying to figure it out. So you never want to get in the business of pointing fingers. But we got a job to do, and let's go out there and stop teams from scoring. And obviously we're doing our job. Special teams, they got a job. They got to win field position and try to make one big play, every Sunday. That's the special team job. And then offense, you got to move the ball, score points when you get it. And obviously offense not doing that. So it ain't much you got to tell Russ. So Russ been around for a long time. You know what it is in this league. So you got him and that offense got to start getting it done.
Yeah. Texans and the Raiders. Raiders, man. 38-20 over the Houston Texans. Not really too much on this game, man. Las Vegas. 2-4, surprisingly, I think, again, coming into the season, man. I think at this juncture of the season, I don't think we would have them 2-4. But any given Sunday.
Too.
You said Jacobs, right?
Josh Jacobs, he another player who didn't get his 50 option picked up. And he running like he want to check right now. He been balling.
Nah, he'll get it, though.
Raiders been struggling.
He'll get it, though, but not too much here. 38-20, Raiders over the Texans. This here, man, we got some frauds out here, man. Got some frauds out here. You talked about it earlier. Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks are playing some damn good football. Geno's doing his thing. Put a whooping on
Walker.
Walker toting the rock.
Mm.
I just see the stat line his last 3 games as far as rushing, man. Close to.
And Jacobs, they've been doing their thing.
Yeah, man. Well, he had 163 yesterday.
Walker.
Yeah.
Something like that. I just saw a couple highlights of him just
track meet out there. But 37-23 over D-Bucks, Los Angeles Chargers. Mike Williams, you said yesterday, went down with an injury. Keenan Allen, I know he's been battling with some injuries this year. What's up, man?
Hey.
L by 14 points.
We sitting at 4-3 right now. You call us fraud?
So you go with that?
That's a
great I ain't been hearing too much talk about Justin Herbert like you typically do.
Honestly, it ain't been too much to talk about with many of these quarterbacks right now. Outside of Josh Allen, he's been consistently week in, week out, dominant. Mahomes, he's been doing his thing. Shit. Brady been stinking it up. A-Rod been stinking it up. Geno been cooking. But what other quarterbacks been out there? Your guy Burrow, he been up and down. He obviously got hot.
Well, he hot now. What have you done for me lately, baby?
Yeah, what have you done for me lately? But yeah, quarterback play, offense play across the league has been very up and down this year. Different than the last few years. But yeah, I think I still feel Herbert is coming out leading my team as a quarterback. I still feel very good about it.
Confident?
Absolutely. We got Keenan Allen, who now listen. If Mike Williams is out for a significant amount of time, that's something to worry about. But I think Keenan Allen, he was out since week 1. He got back in there yesterday, I believe, but still feel good about them. Chargers, hey, I got a Super Bowl ticket on the Chargers. I had them at plus 1,600 coming into the year. Do I feel great about that? No. I don't. J.C. Jackson, that was another significant injury.
Yeah.
I think he hurt his knee yesterday, so I hope it's not as bad as it looked, a non-contact knee injury. Obviously, Joey Bosa and then Rashad Slater, the left tackle, been out of there too. But injuries, but there's no excuse, no explanation. So 4-3 right now, not a bad spot to be sitting in, right behind the Chiefs in the AFC West. I'm still rocking with my Chargers. Shout out to the Seahawks too, man. Nobody expected them to be in this position
at all. Shout out to Seattle, man. Chiefs, 49ers. Chiefs, 5-2, man. 44 points on the San Francisco 49ers. Beating them 44-23. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Juju Smith, man. Clicking on all cylinders, man. 44 points on the Niners.
Yeah.
44 points.
Got my dogs off the sticks. This is out of there. I didn't watch this game, but I saw a lot of Jimmy G slander on the timeline. That his 49ers defense. Now they did lose Emmanuel Mosley, who was having a very, I don't know how that played, in this particular game, but losing him, the Niners came there, I think, in this game with the number 1 overall defense, led by DeMeco Ryan. So I was surprised to see this score. Obviously, Kansas City can put up points against anybody, but 44-23, I didn't expect this game to be that far apart. Christian McCaffrey obviously got traded to San Fran. I don't think we got a chance to talk about that on the pod yet. And I was feeling really good about that trade, because he's not only a talented weapon, I think he was top 5 in scrimmage yards when he got traded. But the personnel issues that you're going to have, matching up with his team. And obviously he just got his playbook a few days ago, but as this season progresses, you got a running back who can line up and do anything. Christian McCaffrey, you got a wide receiver in Deebo Samuel who can line up and do a lot of different things in different places. The fullback, Juice check. He can do it as well. Ayuk is a weapon. So it's going to come down to that quarterback.
Yeah.
Can take care of the ball and just get it to these guys. These guys
Just get it in their hands,
down,
man. Because you got a bunch of playmakers, man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I was shocked at this result from yesterday.
Yeah, I was too. 44 points on that stout defense. It's a stout defense. Say it again.
You got the picks in yesterday? I don't think I saw it.
Yeah. I went money line. I think I was like 10-3. Yeah, 10-3 against the money line, against the spread. It was a little shaky, but money line, man, it was good money.
Okay. You had the Chiefs winning this one?
Yeah, I had the Chiefs. Sunday night football, man. Your Dolphins. Led by Tua. 16-10 was able to beat the Steelers. Tua went out there, gritty as he is. That's one thing that we all can say, we can respect. Gritty cat, wants to get out there with his team. Was able to lead his team to this victory, man. 4-3. Dolphins, man. I think y'all second in the division.
Yep.
Behind the Bills.
We already beat. So we got a tiebreaker here. Tua, we obviously been having, speaking on how we feel about him being back in there. But now he's back in there, but you can tell he ain't scared based on how he playing. It was one when he had an open field where everybody in the football universe wanted him to get down and slide, and he dropped the shoulder and went head first. Definitely not a fan of that at this point, but he feels 100% confident in his body and his brain being out there. So
Jets are second, yeah. My fault.
Jets. Oh my, Jets. Yeah, damn. Jets second. Jets. They whooped too. But shout out to Tua getting this win. Pittsburgh Steelers, man, I know that defense is that DB sick right now. They had four opportunities to turn the ball over. We always say, coaches always say, catch the ones they throw to you.
Yeah.
You gotta do that as a defense, as a secondary. The Steelers did not. The Dolphins did. Javon Holland caught pick one off late in the fourth quarter, which was a great play on third and long. And then Noah ended the game with a pick. Kenny Pickett, horrible decision.
Yeah, horrible though. Got them feet down.
Yeah, threw it right to him. Got the feet down. I mean, wasn't even close to the sideline. The ref looking right at him. He called it incomplete. I don't know what he was looking at.
Ref was sleepy, tired, ready to go home. Just there.
Ref had Pittsburgh money line, but yeah, it was a good win. We take a win however we can get it. Got the win. Sunday night football at home, 50th anniversary, celebrating that 1972 undefeated season. It was something cool that the Dolphins did too at the stadium. All their concessions, they had the prices from 1972. So I'm sure a lot of people took advantage of that as far as the hot dogs, the beers, and this, that, 75-cent beers and shit. So I'm sure they sold a lot of food and drinks out there. So but shout out to the fans, man. Fans up 4-3 right now.
There you go, fans up, man. Before we get out of here, obviously we got Monday Night Football tonight. The Chicago Bears at the New England Patriots. 8.5 point favorite, man. Over under is at 40.5. I definitely have the Patriots to win this one tonight. Y'all tap in for D-Butt same game parlay brought to you by FanDuel. Who you got tonight?
It's gonna be stinking. I don't know that. I got the Patriots. The Patriots gonna win. I think they'll win. You never know, but I got the Patriots winning. I got to figure out what I'm gonna put on this parlay though. That's probably gonna be some rushing. I may actually have the result. What's the money line? I think minus 4 5. Over under sitting at 40 right now. Some of these primetime games can stink scoring wise. Probably go over there, but tap in, check out, see what the same game parlay is gonna look like on the site tonight. But yeah, I got the Patriots winning this one. Do they cover 8.5? The line has moved a little bit.
I got them covered.
You got them covered?
I got them covered.
You know what? I think I'm with you. Yeah, I think I'm with you. I don't think Belichick in defense let Justin Fields in his offense get going at all. So I might be right with you.
Yeah. Yeah, man, before we get out of here, I'm going to shout out my Howard University football team, man, able to get it done. 35-17 over Delaware State, man. Again, a great turnout. Great showing. Them jerseys is sweet too.
Got the joy, okay.
Them unis is sweet, man. So shout out to my guys, Coach Scott and the team, man. How I was able to get it done. Any questions?
Game day, college game day is going to Jackson State next week.
Yeah.
It's Jackson State and Southern, I believe.
That's gonna be a good one. That energy, that atmosphere is gonna be crazy, man. And I'm excited for the people to be able to see that, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dope.
I'm looking forward to that, man. College game day out there. Obviously, Pat gonna be out there. And like you said, that environment. I'm looking forward to seeing that environment on the big stage.
Yeah. So, man, y'all, hey, again, as always, appreciate y'all tapping in with the Man to Man Pod on this Overreaction Monday, October 24th. My man D-Bud out there got the Lokes on, popping pills.
Hey, popping pills guy. Hey, for the listeners who can't see, I took Advil, okay? Advil. Okay?
Have a good week. As always, man, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button, subscribe. And we'll see y'all on Thursday. Peace.